The mother worried that her daughter might be bullied in the future, so she made her daughter a magical belt. Without her daughter's consent, no one could ever take the belt off. That day, the girl's school was starting. She carried her suitcase and came to register for classes. By chance, she met a gentle senior named Jack. Little did she know, Jack was actually a despised human trafficker. After seeing the girl, he was struck by her beauty. He immediately marked her as his next target. Jack instantly came up with an idea. He called his partners to explain the mission. They discussed working together. After hearing the plan, his partners waited on the path back to her dorm. As soon as the girl appeared, they came out to harass her. At that moment, Jack showed up according to the plan. After driving his partners away, he gently comforted the girl. He successfully became close to her. From then on, Jack brought her gifts every day. His gentleness and patience gradually won her over. They eventually became engaged. Only then did Jack begin his next step. He told the girl that his father wanted to meet his future daughter-in-law and asked her to come with him to his mountain village. What Jack didn't know was the girl had approached him on purpose from the very start. She was actually an undercover FBI agent. She had already discovered the truth that Jack was a trafficker. Going home with Jack was only to uncover the people behind him. When she saw Jack finally making his move, the girl immediately agreed. That very day, she followed Jack back to the small village. But on the way back to Jack's home, the girl sensed something strange. There wasn't a single girl in the entire village, and from time to time, a scream could be heard. Just as they were about to arrive home, a white car stopped by the roadside. Several men were forcing a captured woman into the car. The girl knew something was wrong. She walked straight toward them, but unexpectedly, as soon as she approached, the men immediately slammed the car door shut. The girl saw nothing more. Later, through Jack's introduction, the girl learned that the man leading them was Jack's second uncle, Tom. But she knew this wasn't the time to expose the secret, so she pretended not to notice and left with Jack. Only after the girl had left did Tom reveal his true nature. He stared at her departing figure and praised her sexy body, fantasizing about having her for himself. Meanwhile, the girl, after returning to Jack's home, discovered there were rusty chains inside. Just then, the door of a nearby warehouse suddenly swung open. A woman who looked like a beggar rushed out. She was raving mad, pushing the girl and telling her to leave the house. Jack and his father immediately blocked her. At that moment, the girl learned that this mad woman was actually Jack's mother, Laura. Afraid the girl might suspect something, Jack explained that Laura had mental problems and warned her not to believe anything Laura said. The girl, who wanted to investigate further, naturally pretended that she trusted Jack. Meanwhile, Jack's father quickly dragged Laura away. Afraid that Laura would ruin their plan, he locked her inside her room. But little did he know, Laura wasn't really insane. Worried that the girl might be deceived by Jack, she was planning to find a chance to tell her the truth. Soon, night fell over the small mountain village. The girl found an opportunity to check the cloth Laura had secretly slipped her. On it were written the words, "Everyone here is a human trafficker. Run away quickly." The girl felt Laura's goodwill. She hated traffickers deeply, so she pulled out her phone to send a message to the FBI, only to find there was no signal at all. She understood this was Jack's doing, to keep her from escaping, but the girl wasn't worried. She could still use magic to contact her superior. Once she had sent the message out, Jack came in to pour out his troubles. He said their mountain village was so remote that many of their goods couldn't be sold. He asked her to help. Hearing this, the girl, curious about Jack's scheme, wanted to see what trick he was playing, so she agreed. She then followed Jack to the warehouse. There, she realized Jack wanted her to host a live stream to sell goods, and later, he asked her to place the goods on her lap during the stream. The girl immediately understood. The live stream wasn't about selling goods, he was selling her, but she didn't expose him. Instead, she fully cooperated with Jack, because she knew the people behind Jack would soon show up. Then, she could capture them. After the live stream ended, she saw Jack's father secretly drugging her cup. The girl pretended not to notice. With her magic, such tricks couldn't affect her, so she pretended to be drugged, lowering their guard. Seeing this, Jack, needing to meet the incoming buyers, ordered someone to escort her back to her room. Hearing this, His father and John eagerly took her to the room, and so, with their support, the girl returned to the room. She deliberately pretended in front of his father, tempting him to remove her magical belt, because the magical belt was like a lock. Once unlocked, she would regain all her magic. The father hesitated, because the buyers would be arriving soon, and he didn't want to upset them, but John didn't care. He urged his father to enjoy the moment. After saying this, he even left the room to give him space. So, under John's suggestion, the father prepared to assault the girl. He removed her magical belt. The girl instantly regained all her powers. With one hand, she lifted him off the ground. Hearing the noise, John rushed in. Seeing the scene, he tried to punish the girl. At that moment, Laura burst in. She had come to save the girl, but unfortunately, her strength was far too weak compared to the two men. Instead, she was beaten. The girl was furious. She immediately prepared to use her magic to punish them.